One question: what's the deal with second being first? And you might be confused as to what I'm trying to say, but the point that I'm trying to get at is the fact that a lot of companies' second best phones are their first best options. Like the iPhone 12 being better than the iPhone 12 Pro, or the Galaxy S21 being better than the S21 Ultra, or even the Oneplus 9 being better than the Oneplus 9 Pro. And yes, I said it, but not in the way that you think. See, when I look at a phone, I judge it based off the value that I'm getting for the price. And while you might look at me like I'm crazy for saying that this phone is better, I'm saying this phone has much more value or bang for your buck. See, it's clear as day that the OnePlus 9 Pro is of course better than the OnePlus 9, but the fact that the OnePlus 9 does 90% of what the OnePlus 9 Pro does at a cheaper price is actually very impressive to me. It has the same features and software, but comes a little short in some departments here and there, like for instance the battery. Both the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro have a 4500 milliamp hour battery. They both support wireless and wireless charging, and they both have the insane Warp 65T charging, which allows you to charge your device from 1 to 100 in 29 minutes. And speaking on the Warp 65T charging, if you were wondering if it was as accurate as 29 minutes, you'd be a little disappointed, because when I was charging the OnePlus 9, it would take me exactly 36 minutes for me to get from 2% to 100. But nonetheless, it is still extremely impressive and just totally demolishes overnight charging. So when it comes to the battery, I would definitely give it an A+. Next up, we have the camera. Now, when it came to pictures on the OnePlus 9, I would often find that whenever I took pictures during the day, a lot of times this is where this camera would stand out the most. And as you can see here, the colors will often pop, and I didn't have any complaints when it came to daylight photos. But when it came to night photos, I feel like it couldn't handle low light as well. Like when you see the darker photos, I would definitely say that the photos look good, but when you compare it to an iPhone in the same price range, it doesn't look so great. Now, another problem was that the camera really lacked zoom quality. Like as you see here, if you zoom in on the camera, it starts to look a little more pixelated, giving it an insanely low quality when taking pictures, and is ultimately just a useless feature when using this camera. And last but not least, we cannot forget the utterly useless 2 megapixel monochrome camera that supposedly adds to the quality of your black and white photos. And yeah, that is the most useless hardware that I've ever seen put in a device in the year of 2021. But what if you aren't someone who takes black and white photos? Also, most people who have black and white photos in their phone, they usually edit them after taking a regular picture. So it really didn't make that much sense to me. And it seems like OnePlus just wanted to, add a little extra camera in there to not make it look like a lesser value 2-camera phone. But besides the camera, the OnePlus does offer some great capabilities when it comes to software, including the many color options that you can add to the UI's interface, changing the shape of your app icons without having to download a third-party app, changing the fonts on your phone, meaning you don't need the traditional font that comes with the phone, and that's only touching the surface of what you can do when it comes to the customization of this phone. We also have the on-screen fingerprint sensor, which is always a cool and necessary feature to add when it comes to the security of the phone. But something that the tech community said that I noticed was the placement of the fingerprint sensor. Like the fingerprint sensor is a little lower than usual, making it harder to comfortably get your finger on it to unlock your phone. But for me personally, even if it was a bit of a pain, I got used to it after 2 days, so it wasn't a deal breaker, but it's definitely something that you should be looking out for. Next up, we have the dual stereo speakers that also feature Dolby Atmos, and while I must say that this sounds impressive on the spec sheet, I must also say that the speakers on the OnePlus 9 are honestly pretty average, meaning that they're not bad, but they're also not that good. And to show you guys what I mean, I will do a quick sound test so that you guys can understand me when I say these are pretty much average at best. Now the OnePlus 9 has a Snapdragon 888 processor, which is the exact same processor that is in the OnePlus 9 Pro, making it again a much better phone in terms of value or bang for your buck. Again, this phone is over $300 cheaper with damn near the same specs as the main flagship phone in his lineup. But something that I wanted to note was that the phone was pretty receptive on the touch, unlike the previous OnePlus 8T that I reviewed last year. So there were no problems as far as day-to-day use with this device. The improved brightness was also something that I was impressed with because I currently live in LA where it is usually sunny most of the day. So whenever I turn up the brightness, I was able to see as clear as day. Even when I'm in the house and I don't have my brightness up, the display always looks amazing, and that 1080p 120Hz screen makes it feel and look better, making a great addition. And these are the reasons why I say the OnePlus 9 is better than the OnePlus 9 Pro. So as I said before, the value of the price ratio is much higher, and if you want to get the experience of a new OnePlus phone, but you don't want to spend $1,000, I would definitely say that this is the best that OnePlus has to offer, and you will not be missing out on much if you do not get the OnePlus 9 Pro. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It would be very appreciated. And also, as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.